Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Andreas and today we are continuing our journey of coming back home to self. Rediscovering who it is that we truly are beneath the noise of our everyday life and the matrix that has been keeping us asleep for so long. This space is all about embracing your authentic self. As you might find that in doing so, you uncover the clarity, the understanding, the peace of mind, or deeper connection that you've been seeking all along. Together we'll explore insights that will guide you along this amazing journey of self-realization. So let's get into it. Today I'm going to do something that is quite unusual for my channel because I'm doing something that is quite new, which is an energy update. Something that I've truly never done before, but that looking back at what I've been doing on my channel now for a long time, it has always sort of been a little bit of an energy update, even though perhaps I didn't so much consciously think about that is what it actually was all along. Because in a lot of times I like to speak about what it is that I'm going through and what it is that has been weighing me down, what it is that I've been going through, and every single time that I'm doing it, I realize and recognize that this is not just something for me, this is something that we're all going through, something that we're all connected to, something that is just happening to all of us. And so I would like to do this energy update today, which is going to be for where we are in time right now, not necessarily for October or the next month, but where it is that we are right now, so that you can have a deeper and much better understanding of what it is that's been happening to you now for, let's say, the past week or 2 weeks or so. So I would just like to begin by saying that you are in the right place, my friend. You are exactly where you need to be in this moment. You're exactly where you are supposed to be in this moment. You shouldn't be doing anything differently. You shouldn't be doing something right now as to be in another moment, because that in essence is taking you away from what the universe is trying to do for you right now. The universe is creating a lot of change internally within you. It is bringing up a lot of stuff for you to take a look at this moment, and have now for a couple of days or a couple of weeks even, bringing up a lot of stuff for you to be in the presence of internally within yourself. Now the thing is that our personality is something that we create a lot over the course of our lives to be in reactivity to the energy that is going on within us. Something that I like to talk a lot about is how, for example, you could have a behavior or a pattern of people pleasing, or you could be an addict to something more physical like cigarettes or alcohol, or even mental things like a mental thought pattern of always doubting yourself, insecurity, overthinking. All of those things are actually stemming from a reactivity to the own or our own energy that is going on within us. It's just that we're not consciously aware of the fact that perhaps I'm feeling some shame, I'm feeling some anger, I'm feeling some guilt. There is something buried and stored within us that created these challenging aspects of who it is that we are. And so, just like as it has been for me now, the personality of who it is that you are on the human level, your name, has been very agitated, most likely. It has been very challenging for you to perhaps just move about among people, to just go about your everyday life, because you're so incredibly triggered by a lot of things that perhaps even you thought that you moved beyond, but that now all of a sudden it's just coming up. It's just coming up into your face. It's just coming up, and it's quite overwhelming. And it feels like, fuck, am I ever going to move out of this pattern? Am I ever going to be without this? Or I'm going to have to cope and have to be in this reactivity my whole life? And no, you're not. And the reason why your experience of life has been very heightened lately is not because you are being punished. It is not because something bad is happening to you. And I know that you want to take action, or you want to sit back and do nothing. You want to go into an extreme direction with something, perhaps find some sort of meaning or some sort of clarity to make an understanding of what it is that's going on right now. But The truth is that all of those things that you're leaning towards, perhaps, oh, I need to go after this relationship, oh, I need to act in this certain sort of way with these people as a people pleaser or whatever it is, that all of these things is not taking you towards what it is that you seek right now. It is not taking you towards what it is that the universe is changing. It is actually in opposition of it, and you are being blessed in this moment to feel in this way. You are being blessed in this moment to be so extremely on edge, because that means that the universe is taking you to the next level of your being. It is time to make whatever is going on internally within your body right now, it is time to feel into that and to experience that to a much higher degree than you were ever able to do before. And the reason that this is happening is because that will allow a greater integration to occur with your authentic self. Because your authentic self stems from here, your real self stems from in here. I will admit that the last 2 weeks for me has been extremely challenging. And I've almost felt to a point where I felt hopeless, right? And when I say I mean Andreas felt hopeless. Because what Andreas tried to do was a hopeless cause. Andreas tried to change the energy. Andreas tried to overcome the energy. Andreas tried to be something that would deny and reject what was going on here. I tried to make people react to me in a certain way. Impossible. First of all, it wasn't even about the people. It was about not coming into contact with what it was that I was first feeling within myself. Something that you'll notice about, let's say, a people pleaser is that they don't care about the other person's energy. They actually care about their own energy. They don't want to agitate their own energy, and they try to change the energy around them as to make that the case, right? It's always coming from within here. So why has life seemed so challenging over the last couple of days or just the last couple of weeks? It is because in order for you to make the shift back into your authentic self, into the heart space again, we as humans don't want to do that unless the suffering starts to become a little bit unbearable, right? There's a lot of things that's been waking up internally within you at this point, and it requires no action from the human level for it to do its thing. Which of course is very hard when we're deeply identified with our human self and believe that that is who we are, and in that identification also stumble upon all of the issues, problems, insecurity, doubts, worries, addictions, and so on that comes from the belief that we are this person. Because only through believing that we are this little tiny human with these problems, and that we are this name, and that we are supposed to not show ourselves, or are supposed to be a certain type of person, all of these beliefs comes from first that identification that we are just this little person with the name that we have. And in order for this process that is now undertaken within you, that is now going on full force to play itself out, you need to do absolutely nothing, because it's going to take care of itself. And when I say doing absolutely nothing, I mean absolutely nothing from the ego level, from that level of I am the ego. You can still take action from that level of integration with your authentic self and source, to act as you're feeling, as you're sensing things. You can still act from that place. It's not necessarily to just sit on a couch and wait for something to occur, but because that's just another program by the mind, to sit and wait for something to occur. What is transpiring in your life right now is something that is welcoming you into a new world of possibilities, in which case you need to do things in a new way that you never did things before. It's not about taking action, it's not about sitting still, it's not about what it is that you're doing, but who it is that you are. It's just about who it is that you are. And that transition that you're now in full-fledged mode of entering into takes place and becomes a natural part of who it is that you are when you surrender the personality, when you surrender who it is that you've used to be now for the longest time, and recognize that, fuck, I can't change a single thing. And in that stopping to change things, you'll realize that your true essence, who you are beneath this ego, is a force of change in of itself, in the form of how it is that you feel from moment to moment, how it is that your heart wants to guide you. Do I want to go to this place? I do want to go to that place. From my heart, I want to do this. Okay, the next steps are now going to be shown to you as you start making that pinpoint in this direction with your awareness and your attention. The steps will show themselves to you. Let's wrap this video up. The work is being done for you, and there is a reason why your emotional state is extremely heightened at this time and why it feels very challenging with everything. And it is because at this point right now, if you're still feeling in this way, it is because the universe is trying to make you see life not attached to the mechanism just of this ego and this personality of the person that you've been, but to sort of recognize that, fuck, who I've been now for the longest time is not even real. It was just a construct. It was just a set of ideas, beliefs, and so on that kept me limited in my life. There's a reason why we suffer, and it is not because we're being punished. It is because we are being asked to wake up at this time. And you are waking up, my friend, to the deeper truth of who it is that you are, that goes beyond this body and this mind, that is now keeping you in this place where there is a lot of pain. But the pain is only here so that you at some point recognize that the pain will continue as long as I stay attached to what it is that I'm doing in this moment right now. But as soon as I let go of what it is that I'm doing, of course, what it is that you're doing is something that you have to realize yourself, because I cannot give you that answer. But there is a reason as to why it feels so challenging right now, and it is not because of what you're focused on, but why it is that you're focused on it. Don't forget to check out my Patreon if you want to learn more about these things, and I will see you in my next video. And in the meantime, stay awesome, my friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.